let's see here. Was it Tyler? I think.
Yeah, we have Tyler who wants
Tyler's
to talk about
on the line here.
some of Trump
stuff. All right,
yeah.
Tyler, you're on News Talk STL. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I wanted to call about Donnie. I thought he was only going to be dictator for day one. Seems like he's been he's trying to be a dictator for much longer. I'll throw some examples past you. Sure. He's threatening media companies who are critical of him. Mm-hmm. He's talking about sending Americans to foreign prisons. Mm-hmm. He's signing executive orders to investigate former staff members who spoke out against him, and he wants a third term. Can you help me understand how he's not being a dictator?
In those particular examples, no, because I've spoken out against every single one of those as well. He's been wrong. Now, the investigating former people, I mean, I haven't read up on those, but the other three things, everybody here in this,
he's going after Miles Taylor and Chris Krebs. Can you help me understand what Chris Krebs did illegal?
I'll be real honest. I don't even know who Chris Krebs is. I mean, if I knew, I would engage on it. I just don't know. But let me talk about the stuff.
Let me refresh your memory. Yep. Chris Krebs was his cybersecurity czar, who had the audacity to say that the election was free and fair and that there was no fraud in it. So Trump, of course, had to fire him because of that.
Yeah. Well,
and now he's going after him.
I've been pretty open that, Trump, I think Trump, definitely values loyalty and he will enact vengeance. And that's one of the things I disagree with him on. You're
not allowed to be a dictator over those things.
Right. The third term thing is just stupid. And I said so on the air. I don't disagree with you on that. There's no possible.
Yeah. Well, hey, Jerome, you're a MAGA cultist. When do you plan to speak out against these things?
Never. I'm 100% in favor of everything Trump's doing. And I hope he's actually just as bad as everybody on the left says he is. I actually hope he's worse.
Right. So you think it's a good idea to send Americans to foreign prisons?
Yeah, depending on what they've done. I'm a big fan of exiling people. And
let's say you murder 100 people. You should be sent to a foreign prison.
Yeah, we'll make it North Korea's problem.
Well,
that sounds constitutional.
Right. Yeah.
That's very intelligent of you, Jerome.
Yeah. So again, something else that I've here's the thing, and Tyler, here's the thing. Trump is not, he wasn't my pick in there. Here's as when you look at the polls, there's a lot of things I think Trump's doing right. There's a lot of things I disagree with, and I get in a lot of trouble with the right for disagreeing with him on things. But I just look at the Constitution as my gauge, my personal freedom. I've got more of that libertarian streak in me than a lot of people do. But here's the thing: when you look at the last election, and the left is angry, how could somebody like Donald Trump get elected?
Right, he won in a landslide. He won in a landslide, a point and a half.
Okay, hold on a second.
We're letting you talk. You have to let him talk.
All right, here, pot him down for a second here. Okay, so here's how it works. I am one of the most open conservative hosts. I want to engage with people who disagree with me. So I don't know if he's talking right now, but we'll let him talk in a second here. But here's the thing is, electorally, it was a landslide. Popular vote, it wasn't as much of a landslide as what people say, but it was consistent throughout the country. The country chose Donald Trump over Kamala Harris.
Easy choice.
And the left is saying, well, how could you possibly do this? Part of that is a reflection on how bad the left has gotten and how bad of a candidate that Kamala Harris was. I said during the campaign, and we can pot Tyler back up here, is that had the Democrats run somewhat of a center-left, Manchin, Gabbard type, I don't think there's any Republican that would have beaten him at all. But Donald Trump, part of the reason Donald Trump's in office is because the left has become so unhinged, insane. And I've got about 15 seconds for a response, and then they're going to cut me off for the national news. But I'll let you have the final word.
Call me old-fashioned, but I like presidents that don't do insurrections. That's just me, but I tend to think that's a disqualifying thing.
All right, well, I got to go to the news here. Again, I'm willing to engage.
For the call.
Yeah, I'm willing to engage with people who disagree with me on that. I don't think he won over News Talk's audience by using the insurrection word. But, that's the thing is there are some things Trump's getting right. His actions today, announcing that lawsuit against the state of Maine, that's one of the things people voted for.
Yeah, that was a big win.
And that's, I get that if you're on the left, you're angry. But Trump wasn't anywhere near the most conservative option out there. He's more populist than anything. So look in your own party, look in your own movement to say, how could that guy get elected? Well, because you didn't offer anything anybody who even wanted to risk having in office.